All right, we good? We back? All right, thank you, Dan. Were you able to hear me over what was going on out there about Philip? All right, yeah, but Philip Bowen, I messaged him on Patreon, and I was like, hey, as long as we give you the credit, are you cool if we use your music for our stream? And he gave me a big ol' yeah, sounds great. Just give him the credit. So that's why we got that little scroller going on, and gives you guys something to listen to as we're waiting. That way you're not just listening to dead air. So big shout out to him. Feel free to check him out. Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. His debut album was available for pre-order, um, and it's really good music. It really is. Welcome, Kayla.
What's up?
Um, just someone's mentioning the music, so telling them where it was from. Uh, so I got Kayla here. She is the uh, flesh and blood connoisseur here. She teaches
I
people.
dabble in everything.
She dabbles in everything. Um, and I guess you got a hot second to pop in here.
I have a hot second. Hopefully, enough people are out there, and I think enough people would be kind enough if someone needed help. They would just yell for me and just summon me like a dark gremlin of the night, and I'll come out and do my duties.
Nice. All right, so here's what we got. We got 4-color creativity versus burn. So what Matt's going to want to do here is be as quick as possible. They move the dice on me, and this camera is shaking bad right now because if you see Crumb's leg, it is going a million miles a minute. Yeah, Crumb is causing this right now. So yeah, what Matt wants to do, he wants to go for the face as hard as he can, and when a token hits, he wants to get rid of that token. Otherwise, Crumb will just be able to go off through Indomitable Creativity.
Yeah, I do enjoy the good blue playing. You know, you gotta counter them spells. I'm a big counter person. I love just saying no. How about
just no?
Just not today.
Are you the kind of person that would bring a Grumpy Cat deck box that says nope?
Yeah. I mean, I honestly, like, I'll scroll through and you always see, like, ads from different card shops or whatever, and I always see the playmat that's like, it's not salty to concede. And I'm just always like, you know what? Maybe I do want that playmat.
Let me see. I might be able to see if I can mess with this real quick. Let me unlock this. See if I can see the... Right, they just got the life totals.
I've seen Matt do it up in his, like, to him it's his top right.
Yeah.
But Cromwell has his in his top right as well. They don't have them side by side.
Messing with my dice, man. I had them set in a good spot to where we could see them. Now they're messing with them. Alright.
You gotta lay down the law. You just gotta tell them this is what... Put it right in the middle.
That messes with the red zone. All
No,
right.
yeah, I would bring... I'm the person that shows up with the anime girl mats to throw you off your game. But really it throws me off my game because I get captivated in the eyes. I don't win, and I say it's because of my mat. I'm just too distracted by the cute anime girls.
I get distracted by foils. I have a bit of ADD. Like when I see a foil...
Shiny.
Yeah, I go shiny.
That's a shiny card. What's it do? Oh, you've lost. Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of losing, we just had a Boros charm to finish game 1 there. Couldn't see the life totals, so I wasn't sure. Kind of important when you're playing against Burn to see life totals. But they did just pick them up real quick, and I saw a Boros charm hit. So that was game 1 to Matt, because I did not see any creativity going on there. Alright, so key things that Matt should bring in here. He probably should bring in wear tears for the artifacts that Crumb can create in creativity, being the treasure tokens, because you can also sacrifice a token to creativity, like an artifact token. It just is token. But anyways, Matt probably wants to bring in wear tear here, possibly his deflecting palms.
He looks like he's taking out some stuff.
You know, Burn is actually a deck that I find very hard to sideboard with. When it comes to, like, you know what to bring in for the matches, but it's often
Yeah.
hard to know what to take out
Yeah.
because you want all your 1 mana 3 damage spells in Burn.
I mean, I feel like that is very accurate to also like Flesh and Blood, because they do a lot of, cost 0, cost 1 cards, and when you're playing an aggro person, you're like, I want as many cost 0 stuff to do all this damage in one turn, to the point that they don't get a turn and I just get to keep going. But then you get up against the people where it's like, man, my zeros aren't doing it. It's disruption that's
Right.
the biggest bane to aggro.
So, like I said, Matt has the possibility just to go straight for the face, which he did here,
Yeah.
or to turn into the control player himself and be able to control Crumb's board. We didn't get to see too much from Crumb because the Swift Spear was getting pretty active there. This is Matt's one of the reasons that rounds go quick here.
Good. I mean, y'all are on fire tonight. Y'all are blazing through.
I mean, it is 9 o'clock and we are on round 3. We started late.
Yeah, we started probably 30 minutes later than we usually do, and y'all are already moving faster than some other Fridays, which I am not going to complain.
Shout out to Peyton Sizemore. He's the one who keeps us on terms. He's not here tonight.
Thank you,
Hey, we love you, Peyton. We
of
love
all
you.
nights, thank you for not making it tonight.
Wherever you are, Peyton, we love you, buddy.
Now, what is the meaniest modern deck? Like, what could I play if I came here one night and I
Yep.
wanted to play Modern?
Yep.
Like, I'm off rarely, and I wanted to play Modern. What is the funniest? Like, you just sit down and you see it being played, and you're just like, ha 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 ha. Like, I don't want to win. I just want to make the most fun happen.
Zombie Hunt.
Okay.
Zombie Hunt
I like zombies.
it uses a card called Treasure Hunt,
Okay.
and it uses a card called Zombie Infestation.
Okay, I know Zombie Infestation.
Those are really the only 2 cards. Other than that, you run lands. You look for zombie or treasure hunt, and you treasure hunt into a zombie infestation. And what treasure hunt says, I mean, you can add, like, you want cards like Reliquary Tower to make a maximum hand size.
Yeah.
Like your lands are kind of important, but let me pull up treasure hunt here. So Treasure Hunt states, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card. Then put all cards revealed this way into your hand. So you put all those lands into your hand, and then you use...
And then, like, the one card.
Then you use the one card, which is Zombie Infestation. Draw 2 cards and create a 2/2 black...
Discard 2 cards.
Yeah. Discard 2 cards, create a 2/2 black zombie. So you essentially draw your entire deck.
Is it an
Then you
instant
pick-
speed discard?
It's just an enchantment, so you can just discard 2 and create a 2/2 zombie.
Oh
You
my-
hope they live a turn and you swing in. It's a cheap deck. It's a
Oh,
lot. It's just a
man.
fun deck,
No, yeah, no, I'm like, let me go.
and
look,
it can be done
let me
by.
go look up these prices.
It can be a turn 4 win.
Josh, give me a Modern Friday night off.
Yeah, it's cheap and it's fun. The Reliquary Tower is probably your most expensive card.
I think I actually have tons of Reliquary Towers from
Alright.
Commander days.
So we had
Zombie
a
Infestation's 10 cents?
yeah.
Oh, man.
Like I said, it's a cheap deck. It's also a fun deck. It's not a deck that's going to get a lot of wins.
I
but
don't care.
It's a quick, just kind of cheesy deck.
I'm
All
not
right.
going in this to win. I'm going in to make my opponent have a good old time.
Yeah. Basically, if they don't play board wipes and you untap with your board, you're good. You just swing in with a bunch of 2/2s. All right.
Now, see, the hard part is I also play Necroduality. I'd make double the zombies.
And like you could, well, you don't want to put too many spells because you want to have all those cards in your hand
Yeah.
to pitch to the zombie infestation.
Yeah.
'Cause that's your only win con.
That's true.
All right, so in this burn game, what we've had so far, I don't know exact life totals. Crumb, I see 2 fetches and a bolt. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to say about 8 points of damage on Crumb, so he's probably around the 12 life total area. Matt's first Swift Spear met a lightning bolt and died. There's a Ren in 6. Matt looks like he's probably at 20. So Ren in 6, ticked up, got back a land, played the Arid Mesa again.
I mean, you're probably feeling pretty good when you take a text mid your opponent's turn.
Matt, I'm really happy to see Matt back. He went away for a long time. He moved states, and he just came back to West Virginia, and now he's playing back at our shop, and I love it. It's good to see him back. He's a very casual player. All right, there's a Skewer the Critics. Skewer the Critics deals 3 damage. It has, I believe the mechanic is called Madness. 1 mana, 3 damage, but it's only if an opponent has lost life this turn is the 1 mana cost. So essentially you can go Bolt, Skewer, Skewer, and deal 9 points of damage for 3 mana.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Alright, there's the creativity. There's a Dwarven Mind from Crumb that creates a dwarf token. You then sacrifice the dwarf token to creativity, and you creativity into something big like an Archon or there it is. There's the Archon of Cruelty. When it enters the battlefield, it'll he'll discard a card, sacrifice a creature, and lose 3 life.
Ooh, that's risky against a burn deck.
Oh no. The burn
Matt
players,
loses 3 life. Oh!
Yeah. And then Archon's a heck of a card against hang on. Card Archon of Cruelty. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, target opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker, discards a card, and loses 3 life. And then Crumb will draw a card and gain 3 life, which is good against burn. And the way he was able to cheat that Archon into play was with Indomitable Creativity. For those of you who don't know what Indomitable Creativity is, Indomitable Creativity. Alright, so it is 3 red and X at sorcery speed. Destroy X target artifacts and or creatures. For each permanent destroyed this way, its controller reveals cards from the top of their library until an artifact or creature card is revealed and exiles that card. Those players put the exiled cards onto the battlefield, then shuffle. So he played a dwarf token, or a Dwarven Mind. It came in untapped and created a dwarf token. He paid the 4 mana and sacrificed the dwarf token, got the Archon. Matt's in a bad spot now.
Yeah. I feel like Crumb just didn't get this pop off last game.
He didn't. But he was also on the back foot because he was on the draw. Here he was on the play.
Yeah.
There's an Archon swing in. Don't know life totals exactly. I'm going to say Matt's probably hovering in the
15s.
No, he's probably right at 10 or in single digits.
Well,
we picked it up.
I was going to say, he did a scoopy.
So, going into game 3, I do believe. I do see Matt either going back into the tank or... Yeah, he's going back into the tank.
So I will say this. There's a lot of, like... In Magic, you kind of know when you're done. Like, when you can feel the situation, just be like, there is no feasible way for me to come back from this. But Flesh and Blood, it literally is down to the wire of there's always a chance.
Always a chance you can make
There's
it back?
always a chance. There's never just a moment you sit down, you see something, you're like, oh, I gotta scoop. There's no doing this today.
So,
there's always just...
A lot of the times, if I'm in a bad situation where I think I'm hopeless, I'm like, okay, what's the one card I could draw here that's going to get me out of this? Alright, that's the one card that gets me out of this.
Do you Yami Yugi your way out?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Yami Yugi.
Yu-Gi-Oh? The Heart of the Cards?
I never watched the anime.
You just gotta believe in the Heart of the Cards.
So I'm like, what card can I draw here? Okay, let's draw. It's a land. Okay.
Scoop.
Yeah, no, that's what happens to me. It's whenever I need anything else but a land, it's always a land.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happens to me. Matt went back into the tank. Looked like he may have brought Sanctifier on Vex in. Exile black and red cards. Not entirely bad here. If he did bring them in. But like I said, definitely probably wants the wear tears. And he wants to get rid of any tokens that are on the field before he can creativity. Because creativity is sorcery speed. So it's kind of a rough match if it goes off. Alright, so flips a bolt off the Goblin God. Pass. Crumb is definitely at 18. I'm going to try to keep a personal little track here of what they're at. I'll have a way to.
We should get. You can get like those really nice big metal light up ones, and it's just like little touch screens.
So ideally, what we would have is we'd have the commentator in here, and we'd have a essentially a table judge sitting there who would be monitoring, and he would be updating life totals in the stream. There's a software that lets you to do that. We just don't. We don't have that capabilities at the moment. I was telling them, like Dan, who was in here earlier, was telling him how we do what we can, and we update it a little bit at a time. Told him the next thing we're looking at is a new tripod to get rid of this shakiness. It's not that bad tonight. Crumb's not shaking his leg anymore. Crumb, thank you. Alright, so it was 18. Bolt met a Goblin, or Goblin God met a Bolt. Then we went Swift Spear Bolt. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Crumb might be at 5 life here.
Ooh.
Possibly.
He is.
He's possibly at 5. He was looking down there at the low single digits. That was an explosive hand for Burn.
That was a lot of damage in one little instant.
No, that's what Burn excels at. So, Monster Swift Spear has prowess, if you're familiar with that mechanic. Basically, it gets +1/1 for each instant or sorcery cast or non-creature spell. And Burn is just 3, 6, 9 for 3 mana. And then that Swift Spear got 3 prowess triggers. Yeah. So it hits for 3 or 4, depending on how many. But Matt's also down to 1 card in hand.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be that much explosive. There's a light up the stage that hit. So he's got a Boros Charm on stack. And that Boros Charm...
I do love light up the stage.
Boros Charm can deal just 4 damage.
Yeah.
So... Matt's in a decent spot right now. He does have some card redraw with Sunbait Canyon. He's got 2 of them here. One that is in the... Yep, that is it. That is game. Matt, we'll probably be seeing him back for round 4, the final round of the night. Matt more than likely will take F&M, knock on wood.
I'm going to vote for the underdog.
I mean, it's just Burn is such an aggressive deck. That's the problem. Burn is super aggressive.
Can he out-aggressive my soon-to-be zombie army?
He can't deal with a zombie army. There's no way he can deal with a zombie army.
I'm going to build it now.
It's a lot of fun. It's a deck I want to play. Just pop in and play zombie infestation.
So I just need...
Treasure hunt and zombie infestation.
4 treasure hunts and 4 zombies?
Yeah.
Or no, probably 1 treasure hunt and 4 zombies. I gotta better my odds of only hitting the zombies.
Yeah. There's a few. I'll show you some lists. But y'all, while this is been a fun round. It has been a quick round. So I'm going to go see who else we have out there, see what's going on, and possibly bring another game to you. But we will be back as soon as possible.